Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Anyway, so today I'll be doing a story time to all my oh guys, thank you so much for subscribing. I've been seeing a lot of subscribers coming in and I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the returning ones. Welcome guys, welcome. Okay, so for today's video I'll be doing a story time to tell you guys basically how Canada stressed me out. Let's get into it. So you guys knew I got my study permit in November 2020, and based on the Canada's website, your family is able to travel with you and can come with you as long as you, the student, is going with them, right? And as long as they have a visitor's visa. So my husband and my baby had that. I had a visitor's visa and I got a study permit. So the plan was to leave December 2020. Yeah, it was such a rush to leave. We thought ourselves, did what we could do in a short piece of time. Went to the airport now, because today's a day that we should cut out. While we were at the airport, I gave the lady my documents and stuff like that. I gave them the stuff for my husband and my baby. So the lady, we call him, she was a flight attendant, the lady that does the check-in. She was saying like, I'm not sure they're gonna allow your husband and your daughter to come in, blah 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 blah. Miss, look here now, give him my documents and give him boarding pass. I'm saying this in my head. Let me go on my business. So since COVID, in order for you to travel, if you're not a permanent resident or you're not a Canadian citizen, you can't just board a flight like that. There are restrictions because remember Canada's border has been closed since March 2020, since the pandemic hit. Yeah. So they had to call the Canada Border Service agent for them to basically say, yeah, they can travel, give them the go ahead to board the flight. So that's how it has been since the pandemic, in case you don't know. So when she went back now and she submitted my document, she came back and she said, okay, you are free to go. Before that though, in order for a student to travel, your school would have needed to be on a COVID readiness list. So my school was on that list since it came out in October. My school was on that list long before. So she came back and she said, Mia, you're free to travel. However, your husband and your daughter cannot travel. I said, what do you mean they can't travel? So I said, but they have a visitor's visa and everything. She said, yeah, but because of the pandemic, they're not accepting visitors like that. So even though they could travel with me, but because of the pandemic, they weren't accepting visitors like that. I started shed some good tears. Good, because I said, no, I can't go and leave my baby and my husband just like that. That wasn't the plan. Mind you, when I went to the airport, it was so chaotic. Like I saw a lot of persons like in different groups, bundled, looking confused. But mind their own business, and I realized what going on. So after all that, now I realized that there were other persons who they were sending back as well. I even met this student as well. Her husband had an open work permit, and they wasn't accepting him either because he needed to have a job offer. So you have a permit, but if you don't have an offer for a job, then they won't accept you. Period. So I saw her and I saw another student with his son and his wife, and back a case that I going to the airport. Anyways, I tell him say I'm not leave. I tell him I'm not leaving. So I said, what can we do to my ticket? So she sorted out some stuff. She said, okay, she sent me an email. So your ticket has been held for a year I think, and something like that. So I basically go back home after I shed good tears. I go back home, come say, like, it's like every time I look at my baby, my ball. Come and say, I can't go in my daughter. Like, had I made it up in my mind to say, okay, I'm going to leave you guys because I understand the situation, but I can't take myself to the airport and say, all right. But so to the lady, say, what would you do?
I would go, and go sort of.
Shut up. All right, just zip it. Anyways, as I said, had I conditioned my mind before I knew what would have been the situation, then I would have left. But I can't just go and decide to know I'm going to go with my family. I'm just a careless mother. All right? And first of all, I know mentally, it would work out for me. Wouldn't. I could have done a school, but I failed everything. Everything would have failed. Anyways, back to the story. Went back home. So the following, when I was leaving the airport, she was saying that I should apply for what is called written authorization for them to come with me. So I went back home. A couple days after I applied for it, they said that they would have responded within 2 weeks. By now, it would have been in January because the holiday season and stuff, because I was in December. I applied for it. One man say, call Air Canada for check for your ticket. Me call Air Canada, I'm going to tell me, say,
my ticket has been revoked because I never call in time.
I was like, what? When I was at the airport and I'm asking her what can be done, she said to me that they'll just hold it, and she even sent me an email. I got the email from us at the airport saying that all is well, ticket is held. But I just said, you kind of want a strong email. Strong. Luckily, they never take long for answer. And respond quick and fast, and they gave me back what is called a coupon, because they're not going to give you a refund. But if I want a refund anyways, but I still want to know, so I have my money, I can rebook another ticket. So they gave me a coupon so I could rebook the tickets whenever I wanted. Anyways, I applied for the written authorization. Also, somebody advised me to just apply for the work permit for your husband. So after I applied for written authorization, you have to wait on that. So I was alright, then let's just tackle the work permit for you. So Bam Bam now was sort of scrabble because he has to get a police record. So we would have had everything already except his police record. So now in Jamaica, to get a police record, you have to buy the fee, then call to make an appointment, because they know it's COVID. So there's no bungling up, the rush, the place can't be filled, so you have to make an appointment. When we called, we hear that appointments were like a month away, the following year, 2021. We said, that not work. Anybody can wait so long? See, you come from Jamaican thing, so you get a little link, boom, bam, boom, bam. He was able to get the permit, pay for the 1 week. That's the shortest time. They don't longer doing the 3 days or 24 hours. They're only doing the shortest time is 1 week. So we applied for the 1 week, and he got it. We, Christmas Eve, well, everybody had fixed up the Christmas and everything. Me, the home, applied for work permit. By then, though, I decided that I'm not going to leave. I'm just going to wait until the following year. I'm going to spend Christmas with them. Seeing that I'm going to leave them, I said, I'm going to spend Christmas with them and leave the next year, January month in. Or some mid-January or something like that. So, yeah, Christmas Eve, I do submit application and do all kind of things. And we're able to submit it the same Christmas Eve. Time ago, but in January, they replied to me and said that the written authorization was not, basically, they never approved the authorization for him to travel because his travel was non-essential.
How dare you?
Anyways, while we were there waiting, I said, alright, I'm going to wait for the work permit. But then, because I decided to leave them, so by this, I booked my ticket to go, condition my mind, alright, I leave you guys, darling. I mean, you'll get the permit. Why would they not give you the permit, darling? And the processing time for the work permit was 12 weeks. So, that's about 12 weeks is what, 6 months? 3 months, rather? Yeah, it was about 3. I know, the time was 3 months. So I said, alright, by January, February, by March, you'll get it, and then your baby can come up. And by then I started school because school started January 6th. So I was going to school and thing. So yeah, man, I got to school, and I remember one day I was in class in January there, and I got an email from the embassy. You get an email to say, we've updated your do not reply email, we updated your application, check on it. I'm in a class, I pass class instantly, I turn on the computer because this time I'm nervous. Hobby there, but they don't have access to his email, so I saw an email came to him. I'm nervous, guys. Anyway, I'm check, I'm look, I'm see him he got 2 emails. So one of them would have said that your biometrics has been updated and blah blah blah. The next one is was a request for passport. Guys, must start shed some tears instantly. Them tears of joy, they're just happy. Yeah, man, some good tears must start shed. And I think that was, I don't remember what day of the week it was, but I know my herp and my calling, man. But I got class the rest of the day. I could rewatch it because I'm online. You have tears of joy, I couldn't focus on all them things. So anyways, go over the early. And I say, yeah, darling, alright, we can do a little thing now. And then I said after that I would have still given myself 2 options, because the 2 options to go were to either, if we got the written authorization, we could use it for both of them to travel on their regular visitor's visa. However, at that time, if he had the home work permit, he would have still needed to have a job offer. Right? So I wanted to give him both options, the work permit plus the written authorization. So the next day, I'm carrying him passport to DHL because that's where it was being done at the time. So we said, okay, by the next week Tuesday, I'm gonna apply for the authorization this time because I wanted him to get the stamp in the passport out and I could show it to show that yeah, he has a work permit and stuff like that. DHL them know the next one. The next week, no, I think when I tracked it, it said that it was still at the embassy. It was at DHL office. This is the following week, the Monday. So by the Tuesday, I said, okay, it reached office on Monday evening. So the Tuesday we should get it. When I call it Tuesday morning, because you should check to see if it's on the truck or anything going out to be dispatched or to be delivered. No updates. Like seriously, what's happening? So me kindly call them. When I called them, the lady was saying that, oh no, it's at the office. I was saying, but it should be delivered today. My husband was on the road, luckily, and I asked him to go. But he went on the road to do some business. But then by the time, he must say, when he went to the office, there was only one person working there, big DHL. And the lady take forever. When if them last lady package or what, but she was taking so long. I must say lunchtime I finished, and he had to go back to work. So basically, he had to leave without collecting it because no more work. I never did it. Anyways, me call him. I can raise him up. Good. So I call it quits. Whatever. Tomorrow when the car come, because I asked because the next day I was gonna go in the office. And I work in New Kingston. So I said, okay, take it to New Kingston. That's much nearer to me because they're in New Kingston as well. Anyways, two husband come from work. They bam bam. Him said DHL call like. Why? Uncle realized they took it in the after 6. Must you call them custom? You know Jamaica stay. Anyway, the after 6 the evening they took it. So the same night, must submit the request again for the authorization. So this is the Tuesday now. So we say okay, we start make plans. We say okay, we can probably wait and then leave at this time, get the job offer and stuff like that. We got it back. They responded on the Friday. So I applied for the authorization on Thursday, and in 3 days time they responded. So the Friday, them answer and say, it was approved, blah, blah, blah. But I remember I was in office that day, the same Friday, and I called him and I said to him that it was approved. And then, within the office now, you're not telling nobody that's like, wow, easy. Bam, I'm in this group with some other persons. We see them senator say
Canada ban all flights from and to the US. All the sun cities rather, Mexico, the Caribbean countries and all them places they ban it.
I said, what kind of cross is this? Mind you, I take it book already, for me to leave. The option was for me to know just add them to that same flight or we change the flight altogether and go on a flight together. I said, what kind of cross is this? Come I call him and I say, okay, darling, we come home now, we talk about booking a ticket and see what's available. Them just drop a bomb just like that. So plans change again. Nah, but I'm going. Because what can I do? Oh, the next option though is that we could have gone through the US. But me and hubby have a US visa, but baby doesn't. But poor 1 year baby does not have a US visa as yet. So we say, okay, that not play. That's not an option. Or he must say, okay, your one could go, we wait and blah 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 blah. But I still never want to go. I wait for my family to come with me. So yeah, we do that. Well, wait, and then one of my friends called and she said, but flights are still coming because remember, there would have been Caribbean nationals already in those countries that they needed to take back home. So those flights were coming empty but going back full. So when I called Air Canada now, they said to me that, yeah, we have flights. This was a Friday that I called them. And they said, but the last flight leaves Jamaica on the 8th. That's the Monday. I said, but that not gonna work because I needed to do a PCR test, right? And PCR test, it takes 48 hours. So when would I do the test, plus to get a result, plus to leave on a Monday? So that one never work out. So the next option was to start calling WestJet. Because I heard that WestJet's last flight would have been the 14th or the 13th of February. So you'd have at least a week extra you could have gone and get a flight. I call WestJet quick and fast. WestJet just said, no, the flight is booked full to capacity. So okay, I said, no, wait. So I remember that same week, the same week leading to when the WestJet flight, because it would have been the 8th, then the following week could have been when WestJet finished. Every day I call him, every day. Them say, no, the flight booked, this, that. And I remember I was home one Wednesday night, I do some schoolwork, because I be a night meeting my work. And I said, darling, I'm going to try to call WestJet now. So I pause. I'm going to call him, and the man I say, yeah, I can book a ticket. So I said, what? By then, my husband I said, okay, you're going to be able to go on? Me go through US. It's fine. So, you know, me go there, but the ticket for me and the baby alone. You know, well, one person, and she's sitting in your lap. And I said, would you happen to have space somewhere? Because Mr. Thing say somebody probably cancel. And me I get somebody space. The man said, sure. Sure. Guys, buy this now. We bought this ticket from my husband in faith. Because as I said, he didn't have, at the time, we got an authorization. And I wanted him to have the job offer as well. He didn't have the job offer at the time. This was a Wednesday. And the flight that we got would have been the Saturday, that's the same week. So on the night, I remember I bought the ticket in faith. The Thursday morning, I had a class in the morning. I was in class, but at the same time in the class, I try to see where we can do a PCR test because I'm after do the test the Thursday, guys. Flight is a Friday, it's a Saturday. So the latest we can get the test is the Saturday before we go up on the flight, which I think the flight left 2:45, 3 o'clock thereabout. Whew. So I'm in a class. I remember messaging MD link because I wanted somebody who could possibly come to my house to do the test, carry it back. So you know, me never fear move because I'm in a class and me I try pack up and me I try do all kind of things. Mind the door suitcases, we never unpacked them. I mean, I took out one and two things, but it was never unpacked. You know, you try to pack up and get yourself because you have a flight Saturday, but you need to do the PCR in order to get the flight, right? And when I call MD link, I can't book online because they have to book online. They have some technical problems, some glitch. Lady was so nice though, but when by this time I said no, I need to get somewhere else. So you know, I knew a friend and she helped me. MD link did come back, but by the time, me did gone book my business already. So let's try UA. UA has the same thing that you have to go on to book the test as well. When I call UA, so UA starts early in the morning. I think they cut off like probably 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock. So when I went to check to book the date for the same day, there were no spaces available. UA date book up. UA date was filled up. So luckily I knew somebody who knew somebody and I was able to go the same day. Me and my husband, my friend got my cousin this time. I said that, and I said, cousin, I need to go do one test, I need to drive and stuff like that. Got the vehicle, went to my husband at work, because him still at work, you know. At work, they would go up at UA, go do the test, and all kind of things. Anyway, we did that test, that was out the way. I tried to get a vehicle now for God nuts for, because by this, all the flights are all leaving from Montego Bay. There are no Kingston flights. Everything was now transferred to Montego Bay. So I said, all right, let me try with a friend, but me I say, if you think about it, if you pay a toll, if you pay gas for the person to go and come back, it's going to be so expensive. So I said, let's try Knutsford. Go on Knutsford now, no seat available. One next problem. But you know, through all this though, for the first time, I never did panic, I never did worry, I don't know. For some reason, I just never did worry. But I still say, if I dirt, I dirt. But yeah, I never did worry. And then, so that's for never have no space. I'm saying, if anything, we just use the person, I would just pay the toll and all kind of something. In the evening again, because this was still the Thursday evening, I checked what Knutsford and I realized that I had space. Or upon book it, because I mean, this is way cheaper than paying somebody else to do that. I think this is like $5,000 or $5,000 something for both of us with bags and all, versus having to buy gas and pay for toll for somebody else. So we chose that route. Yeah, so this is now the Saturday morning, the time of the flight, the day of the flight. So we took the early Knutsford because we wanted to ensure that we reach in time so that we could catch a flight. Because I know, as I said, we have to go through a process where you have to verify your details if you can travel, right? So yeah, the Saturday now we went to the airport. This is the next story. I probably should do a story time for this alone. I probably should do this is the next problem. I probably should do a story time for that alone. But anyways, I don't think this video is going to be too long. I hope it's not too long. So yeah, this is what we did now. So at the airport, we reached early. Good enough time. While we were there, time to check in. We got our ducks together and everything like that. We saw this girl because they had to set up on... It's like they came late and they were setting up the little barrier things that you should join the line and stuff like that. So they were the line for family with kids. So, we joined that line. We were at the front. There was this lady there, this girl that was doing the check-in. Where God can work in some very, very mysterious ways, So I think things now really go on good. God just have it all worked out. So there was this girl that was doing the check-in. She was in another line to call some other persons. But I don't know, I see if I go up there, see the people with the check-in, them, she laugh and them do. Them get some kind of trouble because there was somebody else that was arguing. And apparently she said me not take the man there. So she called me instead. I wasn't supposed to be with the person. So she called me. You know, I went to her, I gave her my docs and all. She said to me, say, I can't use it. So my first attempt was to use just their visa and the written authorization.
She said, no, this can't be used. I needed to apply for something.
So I said, what? So I said, well, I'm not a Canadian national, so I should not need to apply for that. So she said, yeah, I need to apply for that. So anyway, we said, okay, we had a job offer, we gave her the job offer. Alright, she's saying that she took it to the person for them to verify if we could travel. She come back now. I said, okay, you and baby can go, but hubby cannot go. We need to fix something on the job letter. If you fix that, and then possibly, she said, possibly if you could get a contract, that would be good. Possibly, you know, if you could get a contract, that would be good. So of course, my husband was able to call back the person. The person will give him the job offer. And, you know, 1, 2 fix computer thing, send it back. I gave it to her. She said that no, they're not requiring a contract. Come say they're not wicked. Where am I get contract from? Where must get the contract from? Where am I forget the contract? Anyways, we'll call by the person in Canada because we had the direct line. And the man said, no, we don't normally do that. We just give you a letter. And on the Canada website, it explicitly states what you need to have on the letter. And everything that they wanted was on the letter. She said, no, they still need a contract. Anyways, boom, bam, man, new time ago, because the flight have to leave at a certain time. You have to try and get things sorted out, to get things work out. Lo and behold, we got the contract, all right? And the lady, the air hostess, she was so nice. At one point, she was missing. She was like, I'm waiting on you guys, man. I know she worked with us and she helped us through everything. And when she said, okay, you're able to board, guys, you want to see how fast me pack up. Come here, so I don't want you no more problem. I don't want you nothing else. I just want to go. And she said, ensure that you reach the boarding place by 2 p.m. because at the time, and the flight was at 2:45, right? We up and go through, you see, and up and go upstairs. We had this other lady that we met, she was going to Toronto. She was so nice. Like, you know, she was with us all through the process. If you wanted someone to watch her bags, she was there. She said she like call her father, friend, because she said she didn't understand why it's much problem and all kind of stuff, but she was just there. If you've made it this far to the video, site below. Thank you, Jesus. But yeah, that was the story. We finally got to board and we finally got to come here. And you know, surprisingly, the process over here was so smooth. There was nothing. They're not asking nothing. You know, you'd have gotten that letter that they call a port of entry. They didn't even want that because they said, okay, we could find it on the system. They have everything on the system for you. The only thing that they asked me for was the quarantine plan, that, you know, you had to show that you had something in place. That's all they asked us for. The gentleman was so nice. It was like, okay, your family must be tired with the baby. You know, he asked us to go and sit. And then he'll call us on the mic on when to come back. He said, go to the bathroom and stuff like that while they prepare the permits. And we did that. And, you know, he called us back and that was it. Easy cheesy. I don't know, Jamaica just did hard to leave. They did try to wobble back. But look at God. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed that little story. Right? And all the struggles and troubles that I went through. But, you know, all in all, yeah, I'm not really blaming the process. I know all of this changed because of COVID. Because before it was a very smooth and easy process. It was never this hard. So understand. But, you know, we thank God that, hey, we're here and we're fine. Right? Don't forget to like this video, guys. Share. And to subscribe. And to thank you for your time for watching this very lengthy video. Bye.